Good day, everyone. So today we will continue about your last lesson of the mathematics 2. So as you can see on the screen, we have figure 1 and figure 2. Can you tell me how many rows, columns, and total squares are there? Okay, let's start with figure 1. Can you tell me how many rows are there? Very good. There are 2. How many columns? That's right. We have 3 columns. Now, I want you to find how many is the total number of square in our figure 1. Can we count it all? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can see that the number or the total number of the square in figure 1 is 6. How about the figure 2? That's right, we have 3 rows, 5 columns. How about the total number of squares? Good job, that is 15. So how did we get the total number of squares? Good. By counting the number of squares inside of each figure. So today, we will write multiplication sentence using rows and columns. Again, today we will write multiplication sentence using rows and columns. So in your activity, we have 3 instructions. So first, we need to draw the following rows and columns. Number 2, count the total number of squares in all. And the third is we need to write the multiplication sentence as the following format. Rows times the columns is equal to the total square. Again, the format of our multiplication sentence using the rows and column would be rows times columns is equal to the total squares or total number of squares. So let's start with an example. So we have here 3 rows and 7 columns. So the first thing we need to do is to draw 3 rows and cut the following 3 rows into 7 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Can you find the total number of squares? That's right, we have 21 total number of squares. So we can write the following as 3 times 7 is equal to 21. Now it's your turn to answer the following activity in your math notebook. Now I want you to pause the video and answer the following using the rows and columns. So you now answer the activity A and B. Okay, time is up. I guess everybody is done answering our activity for today. We have here, let's start with the letter A. We have 4 rows and 8 columns. So let's start creating our rows and columns. So first we need to draw 4 rows and cut it into 8 columns or 8 parts. What would be the multiplication sentence we can create. Very good. 4 times 8 is equal to 32. How about the letter B? 5 rows and 4 columns. We'll draw 5 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and cut it into 4 parts. What would be our multiplication sentence? That's right. That is 5 times 4 is equal to 20. So how did you get the answer? That is right. By using the number of rows and the number of columns that we have multiplied, we can write the multiplication sentence into a complete one. So this arrangement of rows and columns is what we called an array. So let's try the following. What answer do you get if we will multiply 2 rows of 4 and 4 rows of 3? Very good. As you can see on the screen, we have 3 times 4 is equal to 12. 4 times 3 is equal to 12. What do you think is the reason why they have the same answer? Correct. They have the same answer because even though they have different number of rows and columns, they have the same number of digits. So when we are changing this position of our digits, then the answer is still the same. Very good. So now that you know how to use the rows and column to find our multiplication sentence, I want you to read more about the information in our Block 13 lesson number 4, pages 105 to 106. And after that, I want you to work on with your multiplication sentence as arrays in Seatwork number 4 in page 26. And also do not forget to submit your work in our Google Classroom. So that would be all for today. God bless.